Welcome to the jungle. Hello, clones. It is A-Bomb with you. Good to be back. It's been a few days. Happy Friday to you. And it's Braves and Marlins getting set for baseball battle from South Florida. We've got a big acquisition to talk about. The acquisition of Dallas Keuchel. We'll talk all about him as the game goes along. And here's the first pitch of the game. Acuna's in there leading off, and he takes ball one. So, Braves coming into tonight's play with a 33-29 record, 2 games back of the Phillies. The Marlins, 23-37. They are in last place, and they are essentially eliminated this early into the season. They really don't stand much of a chance to do anything. So it is Mike Soroka with his 6-1 record and his 1.41 ERA, and his mound opponent is Jose Urena. And Acuna has just grounded out to third base, and there's out number 1. Jose Urena, 4-6 with a 4.14 ERA. He's on the mound right now. He's got 1 out. And let's see who's batting second today. It is, in fact, Dansby Swanson. All the action tonight brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. And there's strike 1 to Dansby, batting .265. Power numbers are looking good this year for Dansby. And his line drive into left field falls in for a base hit. Dansby is on first with 1 out. Hopefully our audio is sounding good. If anybody is listening and cannot hear me very well, if there's some audio issues you'd like to report, hit us up in the dugout and let us know. So here's Freddie, 307, 16 home runs and 38 RBIs. Pitch to him is out of here. That one's way gone into the upper deck. That left the yard in a hurry. It's 2-0 Braves. 2-run blast for Freddie Freeman. What a year he's having. That was way up into the upper deck. He pulled that one and just turned around on that fastball. It left the yard quick like. Nobody at all in the section where he hit that blast, of course. 400 feet is the estimated distance that one flew. And Donaldson hits one that's going to roll all the way to the wall. And he's going to be standing on second with a 1-out double. This is A-Bomb. Our show is coast to coast. We're glad you could make it. We expect to hear from the Bone Crusher a little bit later on. And, of course, your comments, questions, concerns. If you want to talk some trash, the dugout is wide open for you. Here's Markakis. Markakis since May 7th, 1 month ago. Not too well, not doing too good. He's batting .181 over that stretch, and this is not going to help. There's a fly ball. Center fielder did not have to move, and there's out number 2 with Donaldson still on second. So here's Riley with a runner in scoring position and 2 men out. Fouls away the pitch. It's now 1-1. Nine home runs, 26 RBIs, and Riley comes into the game batting .329. Urania deals. That's ball 2, 2-1. Thanks to the Goose for picking up yesterday's stream. The Goose pulling afternoon duty yesterday. It's now 3-1 to Riley. Here comes the 3-1 to the rookie. This one is fouled away. It's 3-2. Payoff pitch due to Austin Riley with 2 outs. The pitch fouled away. Hope you've had a great week. It's a great Friday. The weekend is ahead of us. Going to be a hot weekend in the South. It's been raining a lot this afternoon. Currently, it is not raining, and the rain has helped cool it off. It is currently 71 in Gwinnett County. Riley sharply hit to third, but that's going to be out number 3 as the throw goes across to first. So, Braves put up 2 big runs on a Freddie Freeman 2-run bomb. Good to see Mayweather K7 in the house. We'll be back for Miami's turn in the bottom of the first inning. It's A-Bomb and Coast to Coast for a Friday. Going to be right back after these important messages. All right, here's Curtis Granderson leading things off for Florida, or I should say Miami. And let's go over Soroka's numbers one more time. He's 6-1 with a minuscule 1.41 ERA, and Granderson grounds out. There's out number 1. So he is our ace right now. This guy who's only in his second year with the longest neck in the big leagues is kicking ass and taking names so far this year. Mayweather K7. Yeah, the guy, the dude that did yesterday's game, Goose, he's normally a Houston Astros live stream guy, but he'll do like random other games sometimes. And since yesterday's game was in the middle of the day, I guess he had to. I don't know if this dude works. I don't know if streaming is his full-time job. Not sure what situation is there, but he was able to do the noon start from the other day. And as mentioned earlier, we're going to go over the Braves' latest acquisition for the rotation. Dallas Keuchel is now a Brave. Acuna has the ball hit right to him on a line. That's out number 2. So Dallas Keuchel, a Houston Astro for his entire career up until this point, and he won the 2015 Cy Young Award. And we will get into that a little bit later. Also had a great new fast food item for lunch today. I'm going to talk about that, a little bit later on. And with 2 outs, Anderson comes up to bat for Miami. The 0-1 way outside. Anderson batting .246. The 1-1 is in there for a strike on the corner. We expect the Bone Crusher to join us a little bit later this evening. The 1-2 pitch, swung on a miss, strike 3. So, nothing doing in a 1-2-3 inning for Miami. We head to the second inning. It is the Braves 2, and it is the Marlins nothing. A-Bomb with you. Welcome back to the jungle. We'll be right back after these commercial messages. Do not move. Braves Marlins 4:10 Eastern Time. Tomorrow's your first pitch. And pitch to McCann. He shows bunt. In fact, he did bunt. And that's very unusual for him. Unfortunately, that bunt went foul. He had the right idea, though. He's going to just try to bunt it down the third base line where there's nobody in the same zip code since the shift is on. 0-1 pitch, a little bit outside. McCann batting 281. Reds are up 1-0 on the Phillies early on in that game. We'll keep an eye on that. We are definitely scoreboard watching. McCann grounds one into the shift to the shortstop, and that's out number 1. We see Crusher is at Walmart. Where else would you want to be on a Friday night? And Ozzy Albies moving way up in the lineup. Or, no, I'm sorry. I forgot we were in the second inning already. Doy. And he's batting 8th, as a matter of fact. Doesn't get much lower than that for a position player. Ozzy's batting 260, 7 home runs, 25 RBIs. Not bad for an 8th place man. Okay, thanks. I'm hearing my audio is kind of low, so let's turn that up. See if we can turn that up. Test. Oh, no wonder I didn't have my. Thanks, man. I had my mic like in the wrong place. Thanks for that. Let's not overcompensate. Okay, then. Yeah, that should be a lot better. Yeah, welcome in, Math Car. Where is the Cup race this weekend? And it's now 1-0. A 1-0 count, that is, to Soroka. And Ozzy Albies made it to first base somehow while I was working on the audio. Right through there, it's 1-1 to Soroka. Okay, Michigan, the rolling Irish hills of the Michigan Speedway. I guarantee they're going to say something about that. When you tune in Sunday, wait for somebody to talk about the rolling hills of wherever that track is. I think it's in Brooklyn, Michigan, and I have no idea what part of the state that's in. The rolling Irish hills of Brooklyn, Michigan. Not the most exciting track in the world for racing. I mean, they get going fast there. It's a pretty fast track from what I recall. And it's now 2-2 to Soroka. Two pitch is outside to the pitcher. Braves got their 2 runs on a Freddie Freeman 2-run blast in the first inning. And Soroka draws a pass. Runners on first and second with just 1 out. Wow, 222 miles an hour at Michigan last year. That is fast. Yeah, I knew it was a pretty fast track. It's, I think what they call a cookie cutter, which is similar to the tracks in Atlanta, Charlotte to a certain extent. And we're back at the top of the lineup. There is Acuna with a couple runners on base and 1 out. Right, the track in California. Yeah, they get going real fast at that one too, and there's very little banking. And here's the 1-1 to Acuna. Outside, 2-1. We finally cleared the 100 subscriptions hurdle, so we're happy about that. This one from Acuna is going to hit the base of the wall and bounce off. Ozzie will score. And it's 3-0 Braves. Big RBI for Acuna. And the left fielder didn't know to. You know, it looked like he could have possibly have made a play on that one, but he just kind of freaked out at the last second, didn't know which way to go with it, and so it ended up hitting the base of the wall. And so double for Acuna. Runners now. I'm sorry, it was a single. Ended up being a single. Okay, so runners on first and second. Still just one out and a run in. It's 3-0. And yes, the Braves will be hosting the 2021 All-Star festivities. It was announced last week. Or maybe it was earlier this week. Just foul. It is 0-2 on Dansby. And yeah, it's been a long time. The last time the All-Star game was in Atlanta was 2000. That was a stadium ago. That was back in the Turner Field days. So yeah, we're all excited to have that coming to SunTrust in a couple of years. The 0-2 to Dansby is inside. And you'll see on your screen, I've got a picture of the Marlins ballpark. There's one thing that's inaccurate about my picture, however, and that is the home run feature. That's what they call that monstrosity in left center field that you see. And like every time somebody would used to hit a home run, this thing would start moving. Like it would do something, and some kind of fish would like go up and down, like jump out of the water and then go back in the water. They removed that monstrosity finally. It became such a joke that that they finally took it down. I kind of wish it was still there. Yeah, I haven't checked on the Diamondbacks lately. Are they doing okay? And yeah, I'm excited about the acquisition of Dallas Keuchel, and we'll get into some of his profile. I've got his a little dossier that I made up for Keuchel, and we'll get into that in just a bit. And so here's Freddie up to bat. He hit a monster shot. I think that one is still in the air from the first inning. That blast that he hit. This time he goes the other way with it, and that is out number 3. Freddie flies out to left field. So Braves pick up a run in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the inning in Miami on a Friday night. Good news, Braves are up 3-0, and we'll be right back. All right, good to have Mexican in the house. Good to see ya. Thanks. Yeah, I got the new background going. And actually, anybody that was tuned in my stream on Sunday, I was in the middle of the stream, and if anybody that's on with us right now was on with us Sunday, it crashed. The system crashed. And when I say the system crashed, it had nothing to do with my system, my internet provider, none of that. Actually, YouTube crashed for a major part of the eastern half of the United States. There was a major outage with YouTube, Snapchat, a couple other things, and I was one of the people affected by that. And I just dropped out in the middle of the stream on Sunday, and it took about 2 hours before I was able to log back into my account. And then the next day, there was this big news article about how YouTube and a bunch of other big websites crashed on the East Coast. So, yeah, that was unfortunate. Usually when there's a crash, it's because my system, or my internet provider is down. Not the case Sunday, so let's hope that never happens again. And so Starling Castro, the cleanup man, is up. He hits one deep, and that's going to split the gap and jump up against the wall. Stand-up double for Starling Castro. Leading off the inning, he's at second base. So let's talk about the newest Brave, Dallas Keuchel. Dallas Keuchel is a 6'3" left-handed pitcher. He is 31 years old, born in Oklahoma, and he has spent his entire career up to this point with the Houston Astros. He's compiled a lifetime 76 and 63 record, and his lifetime ERA is 3.66. He was the recipient of the 2015 Cy Young Award. So we're happy to have him on board. Hopefully he will shore up our starting lineup. Still need to work on a closer. We're not quite where we want to be yet for that World Series run, but the acquisition of Dallas Keuchel was a big move. He's going to get a paycheck this year for about $13 million. And it's a one-year deal with the Braves. No, I don't have the at-bat app. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, I'm always trying to think of new ways to spruce up the visuals a little bit. So I'll look into that and see if I can make it work. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Ramirez. Outside. Yeah, anything to, improve the look. I'm always looking for new ways to do that. Big Win Games is back. Good to see ya. There's a strikeout by Soroka. Appreciate that. Nice strikeout. There's out number one with a runner still on second base. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about Keuchel. I don't watch a lot of American League ball. And there's one right back to the pitcher. He's going back to second base. They've got the runner in a rundown. Bad base running mistake. And there's the out. And the guy at second. Oh, the guy from first made it all the way around to second while the runner was in the pickle there. And he almost got tagged out, but he made it all the way to second. There are two outs, however, and a runner on second base. So nice play by Soroka, recognizing that right away and putting him in the rundown. So I haven't followed Keuchel a whole lot. I know he won the 2015 Cy Young Award, and then in 2016 he had a little bit of a drop off, but then in 2017 he came back and had a better year. What I don't know, what I haven't read about or heard about, is why he was just sitting around unsigned. That I don't know. And if anybody watching knows the answer to that, that would be some great content for the dugout. Ground ball to Dansby, throws on to first, and nothing doing for Miami in the bottom of the second. So we go to the top of the third. It is still 3-0 Braves on a Friday night. Thanks for being here. Our show is called Coast to Coast. I am A-Bomb. All right, Donaldson is leading it off at the top of the third, and thanks for all the Eichel info down in the dugout. Excited to have him on board. And that one is hit deep, but not deep enough. Granderson catches that one on the warning track, and Donaldson is the first out in the third. Small crowd tonight in Miami. I'm going to guess there's not more than about 10,000 people actually in the seats. And that's the way it's been forever, ever since this team went down to Miami and started as an expansion team back in 1993. Incredibly enough, they've won 2 World Series since then, but they still can't drum up enough interest to keep the ballpark even halfway full on most nights. There's a base hit. And that is Markakis on board with a single. Sure, yeah, any pitcher in the American League is going to have a little, theoretically, have a little bit easier time in the National League because there's no designated hitter. Austin Riley pops one way up. Easy play for Curtis Granderson and left. There are 2 outs. Markakis back to first. Here's McCann. Pitches outside. All right, we've got a prediction that Markakis is going to steal a base. This one, however, is hit over short. Throw rolls up there. Shortstop should have just put that one in his pocket. Instead, he threw it over to first. It bounced about 10 times before it got there, and even the slow-footed Brian McCann was able to beat that one out. You don't often say infield hit for Brian McCann, but that's exactly what we just had. And so with 2 outs, runners on, first and second. I promised you that I'd talk about this great new fast food sandwich I had today. We'll get to that a little bit later on. But it was from Popeyes, and so that's why we're giving them a free plug today. I had a pretty damn good new fast food sandwich today, which you can't really say very often in life. And there's a base hit, and that one's going to score a run. That was Ozzie stroking one into right center. And so Markakis was able to score 4-0, 2-out RBI for Ozzie. He's starting to heat up. So Markakis ended up not stealing, but he did score a run, which is even better. So that's going to clear the pitcher spot because Soroka is up. He walked last time up. Swung on and missed. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Swung on a missed, strike 2. Already 4 runs. Already 8 hits for Atlanta. 0-1-0 for Miami. Swung on a missed, strike 3. So that'll do it for the Braves in the third. But so far they've scored at least 1 in every inning. And they now lead Miami 4-0. So we head to the bottom of the inning. We will be right back. We're back. Bottom of the third, Braves up 4-0. So far, Soroka is doing like he's always been doing so far this year, and that is pretty much kicking ass and taking names. So here's the 8th place man for Miami, Rojas, leading off the bottom of the third. Oh, 1 pitch. A little bit outside. But they say he went around. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch is inside. The 1-2 pitch fouled away. We'll do it again. Yeah, we got up to 105 in the subs. If this is your first time around, go ahead and subscribe. We're on our run for 200. The 1-2 pitch to Rojas. Fouled away. The 1-2 pitch again to Rojas. Low. Pitcher spot up next. We'll check the scoreboard. We haven't done that yet tonight. That's coming up. First, the 2-2 pitch. It's low, 3-2. Here's the 3-2. Fouled away. This has been quite a battle. We're about 1 hour away from tip-off in the NBA Finals. Who'd have thunk it? Raptors are up 2-1 in the series. Here's another 3-2, and Rojas wins the battle. That's ball 4. He draws a free pass. So that's a lead-off walk. Nobody wants those. Pitcher up, shows bunt, and fouls it. It's still Reds 1, Phillies nothing. Bottom of the third. And there's the bunt. McCann goes to second and gets the force. Nicely done. Sacrifice not successful. Runner out at second. Nicely done. McCann can still gut it. So now we move to the top of the fourth. It's still Reds 1, Phillies nothing. We've got a Diamondback score for Mathcar if he's still on board. It is the top of the fourth inning in Toronto. Diamondbacks nothing, Blue Jays nothing. Rockies 1, Mets nothing. That one's in the third inning. And also in the NL East, let's see what else we have. So the only other game in the NL East that we haven't gone over yet is later on tonight, where the Nationals are at the Padres, 10:10 Eastern. And we're 2 games behind, last check. But if the 2 scores hold up, if the Braves win and the Phillies lose tonight, then the Braves will be 1 slim game out of first. Here's Curtis Granderson with a runner on first and 1 out. Pitch is fouled away. Braves play tomorrow. 4:10 is the first pitch. That is your Eastern time start. And the pitchers tomorrow for the Braves, Julio Teheran versus Trevor Richards. And we think the Bone Crusher will have that one for you. Granderson with a 1-2 count. The veteran outfielder in his 16th season, and he takes a ball. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Tej. Yeah, anytime that you're playing the Marlins, if you're not winning the series, then you're not doing something right. Freeman fields it and steps on first. He would have possibly had the chance for a double play, but he bobbled it a little bit and instead was only able to get the safe out at first. Okay, Tay. I'm gonna try. That's what I gotta remember. Tay. What's going on, Tay? I can't mess that up. Okay, so Soroka with 2 outs, a runner on second base. And Martin Prado, former Brave, utility man, had a great couple 3 years with the Braves back in about 10 years ago. He can play any position. He can even come in and pitch in a pinch. Pretty sure he's like their 3rd or 4th emergency catcher. And the 0-1 pitch. Oh, nice play. Dansby Swanson laid out and caught that one backhand to end the inning. Nothing doing for the Marlins. Way to go, Dansby. Flashing the leather. So it's been all Braves so far. We head to the 4th on a Friday night, and we're going to get out of here with a little bit of, how about some Green Day for you as we head to the 4th inning. We'll be right back. This is A-Bomb. You're watching Coast to Coast. All right, so we're back. Top of the fourth. Yeah, T-Man. I think that might be. I think that might be the official coast to coast nickname. We might modify it a little bit. We might change it to Mr. T. You never know. But that's what we'll go with for now. And so Acuna leading things off. Dansby Swanson and Freddie Freeman all due up here in the fourth. Braves have scored in every inning. All right. Pitch to Acuna way outside. And who should the Braves get as their closer? I don't really know. To be honest with you, I don't know who is. I mean, what teams are wanting to play ball. Um, who might be on the market. I haven't really researched that yet. But the acquisition of Keuchel, that's a good sign that Liberty Media, the Braves ownership, isn't being too stingy like the reputation they have. They did cough up $13 million for the remainder of the year for the services of Keuchel. And it's now 3-2 to Acuna. It's the payoff to Acuna. It's a foul ball. I wonder if Crusher's still at Walmart. That's kind of the last place you want to be on a Friday night. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Acuna. This one is put in the air, and that's going way back, 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 back. Goodbye, opposite field blast. Ronald Acuna Jr. Solo home run. And the Braves score in the fourth. So the inning scoring streak is still alive. It's 5-0 Braves. And that's his 9th career home run versus the Marlins. And keep in mind, he's been in the league now for just one season. Yes. So he was in a little bit of a slump for a couple of weeks. No problem. Adjustments made. And our Delta Airlines, I'm sorry, that one flew 398 happy feet, and Delta Airlines sponsored that tail of the tape. And here's Dansby, 1 for 2. Takes the ball. It's 2-1. Nice to see Acuna go the other way with it. That one left the yard in a hurry. It wasn't a deep ball. Just made it over the wall. And Dansby smokes one into left field. There is a single for him. So Urena is fooling nobody at this point. In fact, that's 10 hits for the Braves. Already we're in the fourth. Nobody out, and Freddie is up. He is already gone yard. That happened in the first inning. It was a 2-run blast. His 17th of the year and his 40th RBI. And he's up now with a runner on first, nobody out. And the pitch is fouled away. And that first inning bomb is still being tracked by NORAD. I don't think it's come down yet. That one went way up into the upper deck. And there was nobody sitting anywhere around there, by the way. There's hardly anybody in the stadium, much less halfway up the upper deck. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Freddie. It's outside. As we were saying earlier, yeah, Crushers at Walmart, not a place you want to be on a Friday night. If anybody was here about a month ago or so, I was in Walmart on a Friday night, and I had a story about this woman in there who conned me into buying a bunch of baby formula and diapers and stuff like that, and then, I need the receipt. And I gave it to her and left and whatever. Then I realized later on, you know what? She just cashed that thing in. That was on a Friday at Walmart. This time, Freddie Freeman hits it all the way to the wall. Dansby is trucking around third. He's coming in to score, and that's an RBI double for Freddie. Still nobody out in the top of the fourth. It's 6-0 Good Guys. Yes. That's what you want on a Friday night. Just a complete domination by the Braves, and that is what's happening here so far. Dansby all the way around from first to score on that double. So it's Freddie on second, nobody out, and up to the plate steps Donaldson. And we've got a mound visit. All the action tonight brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. Make sure to go over there and click Sports Fans. Okay, and now the skipper finally comes out after they bought about 2 minutes worth of time for the bullpen to warm up, and we've got our first pitching change of the night. So it's 6-0 Braves in the top of the fourth. We'll be back right after this Verizon Wireless call to the bullpen. Stay right here with us on Coast to Coast. We are back. Top of the fourth inning. We've just had a pitching change for Miami. And the new man on the hill is, wait for it, his name is Yin Chen. He's coming in with an 8.18 ERA. Not exactly stellar. Of course, as a Braves fan, I cannot be talking about other people's bullpens. And so Chen delivers a strike to Donaldson. He's up there with a runner on second and nobody out. We're in the top of the fourth. The Braves had 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 2 so far here in the fourth. The 0-1 pitch is low. It's 1-1 to Donaldson. So hope you're enjoying the broadcast no matter where you are. Maybe you're at home. Maybe we're your second screen experience. And that's great if we are. Or maybe you're on the road. You're out of reach for your local affiliate. And Donaldson puts a charge into one, but it's not quite good enough. Caught right up against the wall for out number 1. Freddie tags from second. He's on third with just 1 out. Up next for the Braves will be, wait for it, and I can't remember actually who's batting 5th tonight. It looks like that is going to be none other than, you're killing me guys with this camera work. Still don't know who's up next. Come on, man. Finally, it's Markakis. He's up there. Had a single his last time up. Luke's been doing fine, and he's serviceable for the time being. Luke is not a closer. Let's get that straight right now. And what I mean by that is if you're trying to make a playoff run, you've got to have a better closer than Luke. Will he evolve into that kind of guy by the time the playoffs roll around? And Markakis hits one over to the first baseman, and the first baseman looked Freddie back to third, so Freddie had to hold at third base, so he's there with 2 out. And it's Austin Riley coming up with a 2-out RBI opportunity. And Webb or Luke or whatever bullpen by committee you've got going on, that's never proven to go very well for a deep playoff run. And so batting 6th is Riley. He's 0 for 2. Fouls away the first pitch. But do I think we can tread water for the time being with that bullpen by committee and Webb and Luke? Yeah, I think we can hold our own for a little bit. And the 0-1 pitch, big cut, but it's fouled away. It's 0-2. And so I'm hoping that before the trade deadline, and we're a good ways away from that. I mean, we're a long way from that. But we're hoping if the Braves can continue to win series, that hopefully Liberty Media will loosen the purse strings and let us pick up a quality closer from some team that has decided that it's not in the race any longer, and that's a strikeout. Riley has struck out, but the Braves continue to put up at least 1 run in every inning so far. So it was 2 runs in the top of the 4th. We head now to the bottom of the 4th. It's all Braves, 6-0 on a Friday night in Miami. Well, Mr. T, yeah, I like your prediction there for Austin Riley, but it did not happen. And you know what? He's probably due. In fact, he's overdue for a slump, right? I mean, this kid came up. He's already hit what 9 home runs. He's due for a good week-long slump, and let's hope that's all it is. I mean, everybody has to go through that. So it's all about the adjustments and readjustments. And so I am perfectly fine with him going a week without hitting a home run. So third place hitter Brian Anderson is up for Miami, and he has a 1-2 count on him. Soroka breezing right through this thing. Pitching a gem so far. One hit given up. That's it. Tomorrow's first pitch is 4:10 Eastern, and that one will feature Julio Teheran for the Braves against Trevor Richards for Miami. And then Sunday's start is 1:10 Eastern, and I hope to bring you that one. And we'll see if Bone Crusher will be bringing you tomorrow's action. Our goal is to bring you, between the two of us, roughly 100 games this year. And then before you know it, it's football season, and Falcons football will be here, and we're all over that. 3-2 pitch is inside corner, strike three. Third strikeout on the night for the neck. Soroka from Canada. And Bone Crusher has checked in. Welcome back from Wally World. How's our audio sounding, by the way? Um, I haven't really gotten an official audio check since I had to reinstall OBS the other day. And this pitch is swung on and popped up foul, and Freddie just out of reach. Tried to reach over the dugout, and it just wasn't there for him. Glad to hear the audio's good. Okay. And we'll see how it mixes. As soon as I talk over a music bed, I want to make sure that that audio is also okay in the mix. So cleanup man, Sterling Castro is up. Starling Castro is up. That is. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's inside, and Walmart on a Friday night, never a place to be at that time. You want to be there on a Tuesday morning or sometime after 7 o'clock on a weeknight. As I mentioned earlier, Friday night was the night that I got scammed from the woman with the 5-year-old girl that needed diapers and baby formula and also needed the receipt. That was a Friday night thing. So, any particular anecdote that you have from your trip to Walmart? Did anybody get right up on your package like that last time you went? And there's a ground ball to Dansby, and he throws over to first. There's out number 2. Castro is retired. Harold Ramirez steps in with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Yeah, Crusher had a story where I think he was shopping at Walmart around Christmas time, and some woman like put her face like right near his crotch to apparently because she needed something on the shelf right in that area. Crusher, you can kind of expound on that. And the reason I know that is because I went back and watched uh, our broadcast when I was up at the Falcons game in Charlotte in December. You mentioned that on your stream at that time. The 1-1 pitch to Ramirez. Way outside. It's 2-1. And also, Crusher, last time he was in Walmart. They said he was the fashion disaster of the week. Chopper over to Donaldson, and he has a cannon at third, and that was a great play from him to retire the side. So that'll do it. We are done with the fourth inning. Let's head to the fifth inning. Now, on a Friday night, you are in the jungle. And we're going to crank things up just a little bit. How about some heavy metal for your Friday night? Or active rock, whatever you want to call it. We'll be right back with more baseball on Coast to Coast. McCann leading off top of the fifth, and it's 0-2 now to him after that foul ball. I'm A-Bomb. You're watching Coast to Coast. Bone Crusher's in the house. We've got T-Dog. T-Dog, or Mr. T. I'm glad he's with us tonight. And T, you're from Gwinnett County, too. Don't I remember that from the other night? Mexican is on board. Mayweather is on board. Big Win Games is on board. We have not heard from Sergeant Gibby. Let's hope he had a powerful week. And I'm going to talk about that sandwich I had from Popeyes earlier today. That's why they're getting a free plug. That's why they're getting free advertising from Coast to Coast tonight, because I had a great new sandwich. McCann strikes out. And that's out number one in the top of the fifth inning. So, saw a couple of commercials earlier this week for a new sandwich at Popeyes. They've got a new filet sandwich, a fried chicken filet sandwich at Popeyes. They have not had one in their entire 47-year history up until about 2 weeks ago. So I saw the ads on TV couple of times. And so I went in there today and got one, and damn if it was not damn good. So check it out. If you like a fried chicken sandwich, I think it's better than what Chick-fil-A's got going right now. It is a very thick, juicy, and if you know anything about the Popeyes batter and their breading, that's what it is. Except it's not in their bone-in chicken, it's on their filet, and it's thick, and it's not, it's irregular in shape. It's not like something you might get at McDonald's. It's more along the line of what the Chick-fil-A sandwich looks like, which is, an imperfect size, and it's got weird angles, and, it's not circular or square. And it comes in a similar foil wrapping that your Chick-fil-A sandwich comes in. So they're obviously going after that market, and damn if they're not going to give them a run for their money. They have a spicy and a regular. I had the spicy. A little bit too much mayo on it, and it's a spicy mayo. I think if they had cut that in half, and if I go in there next time, I'm going to request that they go light on that stuff. But it was damn good. And it tasted fresh. It didn't taste like a frozen one, which is what Wendy's serves these days. Wendy's used to have one of the best chicken sandwiches in the game. As Ozzy Albies is in there, and he's got a 3-2 count on him, by the way. There is nobody on, one out. Braves are up 6-0 in the top of the fifth. Wendy's way back in the day, and you've got to be of a certain age. You've got to be middle-aged to even remember when Wendy's had fresh chicken, and theirs was the best of all time. There has never been one since then that ever was as good as that. And this is going back to the mid-'80s. At some point by the 90s, they discontinued it and went with frozen chicken, and it sucks. Mathcar says the Diamondbacks are up by 5. All right, we'll check the scoreboard in just a minute. There's a bunt by Soroka. It's successful, and Ozzy Albies down to second, and there are now 2 outs. But a successful sacrifice laid down by Soroka, and up now is none other than Acuna, who went opposite field earlier tonight. Single, home run, 2 RBIs on the night. He's batting .285, 13 bombs, and 37 RBIs. That food review brought to you by Popeyes. And it's now a 1-0 count on Acuna. Let us know where your favorite fried chicken comes from. Is it Popeyes? Is it Chick-fil-A? Is it KFC or somewhere else? Hit us up in the dugout. And the 1-0 pitch to Acuna is fouled back. It's 1-1. 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors for Atlanta. 0-1-0 for Miami. And we've got a Bojangles from North Carolina. No surprise there. And there is a base hit from Acuna. So the sacrifice paid off, even with 2 outs, and Ozzy Albies comes in to score. It is an RBI single for Acuna, and the Braves keep the streak alive. We've now scored at least 1 run in every inning tonight, and it's 7-0 good guys. You can't go a mile in North Carolina without seeing a Bojangles. The owner of the Carolina Panthers, or the former owner, I should say, he did some bad boy stuff and the Me Too movement. Jerry Richardson is no longer the owner of the Panthers, but he is still the owner of Bojangles. And there's Bojangles everywhere around here. In fact, I live within a mile and a half of two different Bojangles. I'm surprised they would want two Bojangles so close to each other. You would think they would cannibalize each other, but that's exactly where we are, where I am here in Gwinnett County. And Dansby pops out, and that ends the inning. So we go to the fifth inning. I should say we go to the bottom of the fifth inning in Miami. It is all Atlanta. The Braves are up, and the score now is 7-0 as we head to the bottom of the inning. We will be back. All right, welcome back. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning, and the Marlins have a runner on first with nobody out. Soroka is still in for the Braves. He's pitched a gem, only one hit given up so far. Alfaro is up with that runner on first. There's a bouncer to third. Only play is to first. Runner over to second. Out at first. And there is a runner on second base with one out. Nice play, Donaldson. Whatever he might be doing at the plate, he can play the third man. He is one hell of a third baseman. He can pick it at the hot corner. He's got a gun. He can flash the leather. He is one hell of a third baseman, and I've really come to respect that this year from him. From the Mullet Man. And so with that runner on second, one out, here's the eighth place man for Miami. It's Rojas. The 0-1 pitch. This one's hit into center, and it falls in there. It's a little duck snort looper, and that's in there for a single. Runners on the corners with 1 out for Miami. So this is the first trouble at all Soroka has faced tonight. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. The Diamondbacks still up by 5. Diamondbacks 6, Blue Jays 1. That one's in the 6th in Toronto. The Phillies have unfortunately taken the lead. It's Phillies 3, Reds 1. That one's in the 6th. And then in the NL East, only other game, and that one is later tonight. 10:10 Eastern, Nationals and Padres. And so here's a pinch hitter. Dean is in there. He's up there for the pitcher. He's only batting 186 this year. 1 home run, 7 RBIs in 19 games this year. Runners corners with 1 out. Fouls it right off his foot. 1-1. Yeah, man, Donaldson can pick it at third, and he can gun it. I can't remember the Braves having a better third baseman. I'm trying to think. It's been a long time. Like a flashy third baseman. I can't remember the last time we had that. Double play. There it is. 6-4-3 twin killing, and that will do it. Pitcher's best friend, and we are through 5. Atlanta 7 and Miami nothing as we head to the next inning. Thank you so much for being here. It's A-Bomb, and our show is Coast to Coast. All right, we are back in the 6th inning, moving right along. And it's Freddie Freeman. Freddie is 2 for 3 tonight. Fouled away. It's 1-2. The 1-2 to Freddie. It's out of play. We'll do it again. Oh, definitely yes, Mayweather. My Soroka. I'm down with that. And here's the 1-2 pitch to Freddie. It is high and inside. It's 2-2. Definitely. Who were those guys? The Knack. That's who they were. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's inside. And the shift is on big time. And doesn't matter because that's ball 4. He's on with a leadoff walk. Good call, Mayweather. I just wish I had thought about that first. We'll see if we can make that one. Somebody get that trending on Twitter. Hashtag my Soroka. Here's Donaldson. He's had 2 flyouts to the track so far tonight. Nothing to show for it. Check that. He also had a double. Forgot about that. Ball gets away. Wild pitch. And runner on first is now at second with nobody out. That's Freddie Freeman. He walked, and he's now on second after a wild pitch. That scoreboard update a moment ago was brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. Make sure to go there, click on Sports Fans. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Josh. Swung and a missed. Okay, the scoreboard was wrong. They said that was strike 1. In fact, that was strike 3. And Donaldson is out on strikes. Here's Markakis. He's had a good night. 1 for 3 and scored a run. Average is 266, 4 home runs, and 29 RBIs. He had a rough May. He was batting well over 300 prior to that. And here's the pitch. Whiffs at that. It's 0-1. This game also brought to you by Popeye's brand new spicy chicken sandwich. Try one today. And that's out number 2 as Markakis flies out to left field. So their scoring in every inning streak is in danger here. We've got 2 outs, a runner on second base. Have not scored so far in the 6th inning. And let's see who's up. It is none other than Riley. And you remember we're saying it's okay if this guy goes into a slump right now. You know, he's a rookie. He's come up, hit 9 home runs. It's okay if he goes a week or so without doing anything. And so far, that's where we are tonight. He's 0 for 3. It is a RBI opportunity, however, with that runner out on second. That's Freddie Freeman out there. And so, I mean, you know, it happens to every great player. Everybody goes into a slump, especially a rookie. So we're okay if he goes into a slump right now. Would love to see a big hit here, don't get me wrong. And the pitch is low. It is 2-0 to Riley. Seven runs, 12 hits for the Braves. No runs and only 3 hits for the Marlins. And here's Riley. And the 2-0 pitch is high. Brian McCann on deck with 2 out. And here's the 3-0. Taking all the way, and that's a strike right through there. 95, right down Peachtree. The 3-1 pitch. Fouled away. It was 3-0. Now it's 3-2. The payoff pitch. Struck out. 97-mile-an-hour gas. And so finally the Braves cannot get anything done, at least on the scoreboard in the 6th inning. But we're doing just fine. Thank you very much on a Friday night. This is A-Bomb. Coast to Coast will be back. You can see on the scoreboard, brought to you by treasurehunt.ga, that it is all Braves. All right, Soroka is up. My Soroka is batting in. I'm sorry, Soroka is not batting. He is pitching. Granderson grounds out. We're in the bottom of the sixth. And already one out. Another gem from Soroka. He's pitched a great game again. And we're going to go ahead and call him the ace. He is now our ace. Does anybody want to argue that? The 1-1 pitch is inside, 2-1. 2-1 pitch from Soroka. It is popped up, foul, and just out of play. That was just pitch number 70 tonight for Soroka. Very efficient. Here's the 2-2, fouled away. We're in the bottom of the sixth on a Friday night, and it is just short of 9 o'clock on the East Coast, 6 o'clock on the West Coast. It's A-Bomb. We've got the Bone Crusher in the house. We have a 4:10 Eastern start tomorrow, and Crusher, are you going to be doing that game tomorrow afternoon? Oh, what a barehanded play by Donaldson. I was talking about him earlier. What a show-off. What an incredible third baseman this guy is. Barehanded it. However, do we have a challenge coming? He barehanded that son of a bitch. Strong throw, but, oh, I think he's out. Oh, he's out for sure. One hell of a play from third base. It does not get any better than that. 2 outs. Wowzer. Anybody who's not using us as a second screen, if you're out on the road listening, make sure to check that highlight out as soon as you're able to pull off the side of the road. Here's Brian Anderson. He's 0 for 2. 243 average on the year. And he looks at a ball. Well, he looks at a ball, but again, they said he went. They said he could not check his swing, so strike one. Fouled away, it's 1-2. Crusher, did you hear my review about the Popeyes chicken sandwich? Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's inside. Two-two pitch. Swung and a missed. Another strikeout. Another goose egg in the inning for Miami. So we are now done with 6 innings, and Soroka is pitching another gem. This guy is definitely our ace. There is no doubt about it. Let me know if you disagree. I'm A-Bomb. Hit us up in the dugout. Coast to coast. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, and McCanna's up there. He's got a 1-2 count on him. Someone's put in play in the left field, and that is going to be caught for out number 1. I won't go into a long story about the chicken sandwich again because I've already done that tonight, but you got to check it out. If you've got a Popeyes close by, they have a brand new chicken sandwich. They're going up against Chick-fil-A. It comes in the same kind of wrapper. It's kind of millennial friendly looking. It's in the same kind of wrapper as Chick-fil-A with the foil wrap, and then even inside that there's another kind of wrap that you hold it while you eat. So actually they're one up on Chick-fil-A on that. I like that. Ozzy Albies drops one in with one out, and he's on with a single, and we're in the top of the 7th. The chicken sandwich was amazing. They've got a regular and a spicy. I got the spicy. Was a little bit too much mayo on there for my taste. That's my only complaint about it. It's on a toasted brioche artisan-style bun, and the sandwich itself is delicious. It's very thick. It's an irregular shape. It's not a square or a round patty like something you might get at McDonald's. It's an irregular shape. It's thick as all get out, juicy, and very delicious, and you've got to check it out. $3.99 is your retail price. And I may do that, Crusher. As you recall, I did that for Wayback Burgers. And this is a hell of a lot better than that. And I was saying earlier, it's rare in a lifetime when there's a new fast food item that's actually worth a damn. Doesn't happen in a lifetime all that often, but this is one worth checking out. And you don't need to get any sides, by the way. This thing, if you're at lunch especially, like I was today, you don't need any side items with this whatsoever. Soroka batting, and he shows bunt and misses. It's 1-2. So yeah, $3.99 for the sandwich by itself. If you want a side and a drink, it's only $5.99. And it's at Popeyes. Don't know if it's for a limited time only or not. I get the feeling it's not. I think they're really making a push with this thing. They are trying to compete in the very crowded chicken sandwich game. But it's, I don't know, it's maybe the best thing going right now for under $5 in that category. So here's Acuna. He had an opposite field blast earlier tonight. Also 2 singles, 3 RBIs. He's batting .288, and that slump he was in, that mini slump, is apparently history. And I'm sure there are Popeyes down in Panama City Beach, right? I mean, if they're in New Orleans, they're going to be in Panama City Beach too. It's like the cuisine of the Panhandle is very close in line with that of the Bayou area in Louisiana. And anybody that's been to Louisiana knows that they've got Popeyes there that are above and beyond what we have here in the rest of the country. They serve booze. I think they have like waiters and table service. They've definitely got slot machines in there. And Trooper 1036 is in. And a swing and a miss. That is strike 3 for Acuna. And that'll do it for the Braves in the 7th inning. Time to stretch in Miami. It is all Braves to this point. We're going to be right back after these messages. Enjoy the Grateful Dead in the meantime. Back. And it is still a shutout. It is still Soroka on the hill, the bottom of the 7th, and Soroka has one hit to him. Throw over to first. There's out number 1. He can also play his position very well, as been evidenced tonight. He's made a couple of good plays on the mound. And this guy with the big neck from Canada. Talk about thick neck guys named Gunter. This guy probably has a Gunter somewhere in his family tree. This one hit right to Acuna. Easy play, 2 outs. And appreciate the sub. Thanks, Trooper 1036. Thank you, brother. Glad to have any Braves fans on board. Between me and between the Bone Crusher, and you can see his channel up on my info button. Or actually, maybe not. It looks like I don't have my card up right now. So shame on me for that. We will fix that for my next stream. Yeah, Crusher, sorry my card somehow disappeared. It might have happened in the midst of all those YouTube shenanigans that went on last week on the East Coast. That big outage. And Crusher, you're welcome to post a link to your channel right here in the dugout. And we have nothing doing for Miami as we head now to the 8th inning on a Friday night. We are cruising right along, all in part to this gem that we are witnessing from one Mike the Neck Soroka. So let's step aside for just a moment. Be right back for more baseball. right, Dansby Swanson about to lead things off. And we're back, and it's the 8th inning, and it's all Braves. 7 runs, 13 hits for Atlanta. 0-3-0 for Miami. And we're glad to see Trooper is recuperating with us tonight. Let us know where you are watching. Where am I coming at you from? I am from Gwinnett County. That is Metro Atlanta, United States. And so Dansby's 2 for 4 tonight. Myrtle Beach checking in. All right. Jealous. Wish I was at the beach. That's definitely where I want to be. I am a beach bum who lives nowhere near the beach. Dansby fouls away the pitch. It's 0-2. Well, hope you can make it to SunTrust. Hope you can make it down. And anybody that's watching and is in the Atlanta area, I will be at the Braves game Thursday. 1 week from yesterday. It is at 12 o'clock. It's a nooner. I'm going to the Businessman Special on Thursday versus Pittsburgh. Got the day off, so that'll be cool. Looking forward to that. Going to meet an old cousin, one of my cousins. Going to see him. And this one is popped up. And Martin Prado puts it away for out number 1. Beach TV. Indeed. And in case you're wondering, John the Bone Crusher Wilson actually works at Beach TV, so he is up on the latest promos that are going on at a beach near you. And Crusher, do you know David Raleigh personally by any chance? Speaking of Beach TV. And here's Freddie Freeman, and he fouls away the first pitch. David Raleigh, singer-songwriter from New York City. Yeah, you're right, Trooper. Pittsburgh had their way against us last week, so I'm hoping we can turn the tables on them. We have a 4-game series coming up against Pittsburgh starting Monday. David Raleigh on Beach TV. He's a singer-songwriter from New York City, and he's on the interview with the guys that play the steel drums at Schooners, or I guess they're on the whole circuit. Like there's these white guys that play steel drums, like they're this Jamaican style band, but there are a couple of guys from Panama City Beach, and David Riley interviews them. We're getting real off topic if we're talking about Beach TV. Sorry, folks. But that's the kind of game this is. It's 7-0. And Trooper, yeah, man, we hope you get better. And Crusher, if you can post the link to your channel, Trooper can maybe subscribe to your channel too and catch all the Braves games that I'm not doing. Between the two of us, we've teamed up, and we're committed to approximately 100 games this year between us two streaming. Derrieres. All right. That's a classy name for a gentleman's club. That's funny. I've heard, a lot of different names for strip clubs. I've never heard that one, but damn if that's not a good name for a club. It's classy. It's a French word. And if I'm ever up in coastal South Carolina, I will definitely check them out. And Donaldson's up. He's 1 for 4. Had a double in the first inning. Scored a run. We're in the top of the 8th in Miami. It's been all Braves so far, thanks to some Braves home runs, some big bats, and also thanks to Soroka. I've got him as the player of the game at this point. And John the Bone Crusher Wilson has just posted the link to his channel. All right. Getting it up to 106. And then again, that's thanks to Trooper 1036. He is up in Braves country in South Carolina tonight. And swung and a miss by Donaldson. It's 2-2. Thank you, sir. Game time 4:10 Eastern on Saturday. 1:10 Eastern Sunday. And tomorrow's pitchers are Julio Teheran for the Braves against Trevor Richards for Miami. And Crusher probably missed our discussion about Braves acquisition Dallas Keuchel. Or Keuchel, I should say. Dallas Keuchel is how you say that. 5-4-3 double play. Donaldson grounded into the twin killing. So that'll do it for the Braves in the 8th inning. Nothing doing, but that's okay. We're still up by 7 as we head now to the bottom of the 8th inning on a Friday night in Miami. I am A-Bomb. Thanks so much for being with me, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back at it. Bottom 8. Alfaro up for the Marlins, and he's got an 0-2 count on him. Soroka is still in. 85 pitches in the bottom of the 8th. It doesn't get much better than that. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Dallas Keuchel is coming in. And let's go ahead and run down his stats again in his life story. We did it earlier. It's time to do it again. Dallas Keuchel. He is a 6'3" left-handed pitcher. He was born in Oklahoma. He is 31 years old. He has been with the Houston Astros from 2012 to 2018. And we've got a Miami batter up there, and that one was hit on a line right to Soroka. Another great play. He caught that one on a line. He really caught it in self-defense more than anything else. Nice. Nice play, nice reaction. And he is just pitching a gem tonight. Dallas Keuchel, lifetime, 76 and 63 with a 3.66 lifetime ERA. He won the Cy Young Award in 2015, and he will now be an Atlanta Brave, according to reports. And he is in to shore up our starting rotation. And so here's Herrera. Indeed, Mayweather. No, it's not a 4-year deal, Trooper. It's actually just a deal through the rest of this year to the tune of $13 million. It is a contract for simply the rest of 2019. Here's the 1-2 pitch with 2 outs in the dirt. Two-one pitch. Well, swung and a miss. That was actually strike 3. The scoreboard operator is having a lot of trouble tonight with the balls and strikes. But that one works out just fine for us. That is a strikeout. We are now headed to the top of the 9th. Last at bat for the Braves. A little insurance probably wouldn't hurt, but probably and hopefully not necessary either. So we will be right back for that right after this. A-Bomb Coast to Coast. And we are back, and let's clarify one thing. This deal for Dallas Keuchel is not official. It is not a done deal. The Braves have not announced this yet. These are all based on reports. And so Markakis leading off the top of the ninth for the Braves. 7-0 good guys. And Markakis hits one into deep left, but not deep enough. Just on the edge of the grass, right on the warning track. Caught for out number one. It's been a fun night. Fun night to stream this Braves game. Always fun when you're up 7-0. Riley looks at ball one. He's 0 for 3 tonight. And as we were talking about earlier, it's just fine if he wants to go into a slump right now. He is due for a slump. Riley hits one really high and just out of play. So it's 1-1 on him, I think. I can't trust the balls and strikes tonight on this local Fox Sports South broadcast. They're having trouble with the scoreboard graphic all night. But we know it's 7-0. That part's right about the scoreboard. Here's the pitch to Riley. Swung on a missed. It's 1-2. Hardly anybody left in the ballpark in Miami tonight, especially behind home plate. You'd think if there was anybody that was going to be at the stadium still, be those seats right behind home plate that you see on TV. Most of those are empty. The 1-2 pitch to Riley. Fouled away. That one hit the knob of the bat. Almost hit his hand, but instead, thankfully, it bounced off the knob. And correction, Riley is 0 for 4 tonight. The 1-2 pitch. This one is hit to center field, and he's going to be 0 for 5, and that's probably his first big league 0 for 5. Brian McCann up. 2 outs, top of the ninth. Last chance for some insurance, even though it's probably not needed, hopefully not needed. McCann is 1 for 4 tonight, batting .280, 3 home runs, 20 RBIs. Could not ask for better than that when we signed McCann this year. Coming off of an injury-plagued season last year. And it's now 1-1 to McCann. And we'll see who comes out in the ninth inning for the Braves. Is it going to be Soroka? Don't know if there's any bullpen action for the Braves right now or not. Here's the 2-1. Strike 2. 2-2 to McCann. 2-2 pitch to McCann. It gets into the shift in between the 4 outfielders, including that beer league softball shift that they have on against him. He somehow got it in between like 4 guys. Let's see this. 1, 2. Yeah, he got that between like 3 or 4 players. Amazing. And so McCann's on first with a single. And now Soroka is getting ready to bat possibly. So we know he's going to be coming out in the bottom of the 9th. He's due up next. There are 2 outs, however, and Ozzy Albies is 3 for 3 tonight, and he's batting. Takes a strike. This game brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. Click on sports fans. Ozzy, 269, 7 home runs on the year, and here's the pitch to him. It is just a little bit high, 1-1. Braves come your way tomorrow, 4:10 Eastern Time. You've got the link now in the dugout for the Bone Crushers YouTube channel. It's 2-1 now to Ozzy after that 96-mile-an-hour ball. We owe you a scoreboard update, and that is coming your way in just a few moments. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ozzy fouls it away. And the NBA Finals are underway tonight. And we have just ended the first quarter in Golden State, where the Warriors are up 25-17 over the Raptors. The Raptors have a 2-1 series lead. And let's check scores now around the National League East. Again, brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. And here we go with the scores around the NL East. But first, it's a 2-2 pitch to Ozzy Albies with 2 outs, runner on first in the top of the 9th. This one is put into play, and that's going to be a fly ball. Can of corn for the left fielder, and that'll do it for the Braves in the top of the 9th. We head now to the bottom of the 9th. The Braves are up 7-0. And let's check those scores. And the first one we want to check on is this one in the bottom of the 8th. Not good news in Philly, where the Phillies are up 4-2 over the Reds. Bottom of the 8th there. Reds will have one more opportunity to tie it up or take the lead in the top of the 9th when they come up. For Mathcar, his Diamondbacks all over the Jays. It's 7-1 Arizona in Toronto tonight. That one's in the 8th inning. The Rockies are all over the Mets. That one's 5-1 from New York. And the other game in the NL East takes place at 10:10 Eastern, which is coming up in about half an hour. That one features the Nationals and the Padres. There is your scoreboard update. And we're going to head to the bottom of the 9th. We'll be right back for that. It's all Braves. Stay tuned for the win coming up after these messages. We're in the bottom of the ninth. And who is out there? Guess who's out there? It is Soroka. My Soroka. And also, who remembers the Volkswagen Scirocco? The Volkswagen Scirocco. I remember that. That was an 80s thing. Braves bullpen is active, just in case things go south. It's now 2-2 to Granderson. Here comes pitch number 97. It is high and outside, 3-2. So you got to figure Soroka's probably got to get this guy, right? Let's see what happens. 3-2. Fouled away. Do it again. Granderson 0 for 3 tonight. That pitch was up there at 93. And it was pitch number 98. Here comes 99. It's a 3-2. And it's inside, ball 4. So let's see what happens here. Do we get a mound visit? And we do get a mound visit. It is the human peanut himself, the skipper for the Atlanta Braves. Snitker is out on the mound, and it's time for the Verizon Wireless call to the bullpen. So enjoy Van Halen while we step aside. We're at the bottom of the ninth, nobody out, and the Marlins have a runner on. We will be right back. Make sure to Google All-Star Ballot. Go there and vote for all Braves. Just go there and stuff the box. And so it's Dan Winkler on. And he throws a strike to Martin Prado, former Brave. Dan Winkler, 23 games, 2-1 record, ERA of 5.60. And he's up with nobody out and one on here in the bottom of the ninth. This game tonight has been brought to you by Popeyes Louisiana Kitchens and TreasureHunt.ga. Click Sports Fans. The 0-2 pitch to Martin Prado. Low. If you have a Popeyes near you, make sure to try their new spicy or regular chicken sandwich. Martin Prado hits one, and that is right to Acuna in center field. Out number one. Bottom of the ninth. It's getting late for Miami. They're going to have to do something fast, or it is lights out for them. So once again, game time 4:10 Eastern tomorrow. The Bone Crusher has that one for you. Then on Sunday, it's 1:10 Eastern. I will have that one for you right here. Brian Anderson, he's 0 for 3, and he hits a foul ball. It's 0-1. Thanks for all of our loyal listeners being with us tonight, and all of the new ones as well, including Trooper 1036. Thank you for subscribing. Runner on first, 1-1 count, one out. And Winkler kicks and fires. This one is hit into left field. It's drilled all the way to the wall, and let's see what happens. And so runners are at second and third. That's how this ends up. Second and third, one out, and a double for Anderson. Winkler gives up a extra base hit. Only one out. In the bottom of the ninth, we're up by 7, and the cleanup man is up now for Miami. His name is Starling Castro. He's 1 for 3. Ground ball up the middle. Ozzy's able to keep it in the infield, but that's it. So runner would have scored. Bases are loaded now with one out. Or I'm sorry, bases are not loaded. Again, this crew is having problems operating the on-screen graphic. Runners on the corners. I mean, I shouldn't blame it on them. You know, I should be like scoring the game at home like they do the old-fashioned way. You know, like, and who does that anymore, by the way? I've been to the ballpark as recently as, I don't know, it's been a while, but as recently as like maybe 5 years ago, I remember seeing a couple of old geezers at the ballpark scoring the game the old-fashioned way in their old notebook and all these symbols and shorthand that, you know, and I'm not a young man myself, but that's like still pretty, you know, you're old when you're scoring a game. Anyway, and I guess if I were doing that, then I'd actually know what was going on independent of the broadcast, but I'm too lazy for that shit. All right, in the meantime, Miami has scored at 7-1. Runners on the corners with just one out, and it's Ramirez way outside from Winkler. That one bounced up there at 56 feet, and plus it was about 4 feet outside. So this is evidence, and I hope Liberty Media will help us shore up the bullpen. If these rumors about signing Dallas Keuchel are true, that's great, and we're expecting the official announcement any hour. And it's now 2-2 on Ramirez as he swings and misses. And great, you know, we need to shore up the starting rotation. Next move is to get a true closer. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout tonight. And that is 2 outs now. We are in the bottom of the 9th. It is Atlanta 7, Miami 1. And let's see who is coming up. And it's a 6th place man, Riddle. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Definitely on your feet. Let's stand up and cheer on the Braves. Here's the 1-0 pitch. A little bit low. 2-0. Julio Teheran gets the start tomorrow for the Braves. And he's been pitching pretty well this year. He has not been a problem this year. He's been an asset this year. Riddle hits one to medium center field. And there is out number 3. The Braves have just won the ball game. 7-1 is your final score. And your player of the game is the man with the long neck. And his name is Mike Soroka. He went 8 innings complete. Had to be pulled in the 9th after he gave up a walk. And he earns a big win. One hell of a game pitched tonight from him. Also had big bombs from Freddie Freeman and from Ronald Acuna Jr., who went opposite field. So before we get out of here, let's take a quick run through on the Major League Baseball scoreboard, and we'll run through all the games and give you a quick update before we get the hell out of here on a Friday night. So let's see what we got. It is in the top of the 9th. The Phillies 4, the Reds 2. Can the Reds get something going and tie this one up before they fall to the Phillies? Let's hope so. Let's hope that how that ends up. Diamondbacks 7, Blue Jays 1, and that one has just gone final from Toronto. So if Mathcar is still watching, congratulations to your D-backs. It is the Rockies 5, the Mets 1. That one's going to the 9th inning in New York. The Twins, one of the hottest teams in the league this entire year. They're in the 8th inning, and they are leading Detroit 5-3. It is the Devil Rays 5, the Red Sox 1. That one has just gone final from Boston. In the 6th inning, it's the A's 2. It's the Rangers 1, that one from Texas. Orioles and Astros tied at 3 in the 7th inning. Brewers 4, Pirates 2. That one's in the 5th. The White Sox have a 1-run lead. They're up 2-1 over the Royals, live from Kansas City. It's a final from Chicago where the Cubbies beat the Cardinals 3-1. It's also a final in Cleveland where the Indians beat up on the Yankees. 5-2 is your final there. All other games are coming up within the next 15 minutes. We have the Mariners and Angels from Anaheim. We have the Nationals at the Padres from San Diego, and the Dodgers and Giants, that one coming to you from AT&T Park in San Francisco in just a bit. Thanks so much, Mayweather, and everybody else who has joined us tonight. Had a really good time calling this one. And, of course, it's always fun when the team dominates like they did tonight. So your final score from Miami, it was the Braves 7 and the Marlins 1. Your next game, brought to you by TreasureHunt.ga, will be from the Bone Crushers channel. Make sure to go over there, subscribe to his joint, and join him at 4:10 Eastern for Braves Marlins tomorrow afternoon. I will see you back Sunday for that game, which gets underway just after 1 o'clock. So long now, and good night from Gwinnett County.